everybody, welcome back to the channel. Happy full moon eve. It is Ra day here at the lair. It is Sunday here. It is the 15th of May 2022, and yeah, this full blood Scorpio moon is upon us. It will be an eclipse, so whoop, la, 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 la. You can do it, you can do it. It's only going to be a couple of days, and on the other side of it, it promises to be an exhilarating feeling of release. Okay, it's that perfect time, and I told you in the last video, I'll tell you again this afternoon, this is the perfect time to take all of that stuff that we've been gathering for weeks and weeks, picking out the stuff that doesn't need to be here anymore, all of the stuff that doesn't serve, all of the feelings, the negativity that doesn't resonate with us anymore, that we know is not serving any good purpose in our bodies, our minds, or our spirits. And we're going to get a catalyst type of energy through this full moon to absolutely embrace what has been and let it go. And it's a big deal. We need to do this. This is necessary defragging of our soul system, okay? Because the rest of this year is going to be choppy but fruitful and beneficial if you can get rid of that stuff and get your clearing done. And this is, oh man, what a perfect time. You're going to have lots of room for all the good stuff that's coming to come on in, okay? All right, so let's do your grace card reading. We're doing the weekly reading tonight. I did pre-shuffle the deck, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull our first card. Our first card is going to give us a little bit of inspiration for the next couple of days. So if you're in the United States, that would be Monday and Tuesday for you. And for all my friends that are outside the United States, who are outside the United States, yeah, I was an English major. Lord, you have no idea what it's like to live with an English major in my head. All my friends who are outside the United States, this card is going to reflect for us the next couple of days, 1 to 2 days out. Let's see what it does. See what it does. Devotion. Here, I'll do that just in case you can see the artwork a little bit better. Devotion. Stay connected to the divine. Ooh, now more than ever. Right in here, right in here. Pray, express your gratitude, or ask for help out loud. Make the practice of devotion a daily habit. Just talk to Source. Just talk to your people. Talk to your entourage. You have a soul entourage with you all the time. Mine are right here, yours are right there. Talk to them. Tell them how grateful you are for things. Tell them how happy you are. Tell them the things that you're concerned of. Tell them the things that you want in your life. Stay connected. Know that you're being heard. That's going to make you strong. That's going to make you super strong in the face of anybody else's, adverse or erratic or staticky kind of energy or frequency coming in your, immediate surroundings or environment. You stay connected. You stay devout in being connected to Source. Hold your center. Don't let anybody else's frequency change your frequency. Your job is to hold your own, and if you can hold your own, man, you got life licked. You got it made, okay? And sometimes it might seem like it's not easy, but it's a lot easier than you think, okay? Just know that Source has got your back. Just know that you're being heard. And when you get that stuff off your chest on a regular basis, especially with gratitude, when you find yourself constantly saying, wow, thank you so much. Oh, I'm so happy to be alive. I'm grateful to have my life. And you know what? I'm happy for everything that's been and everything that's coming, because I know I'm equipped, and I know it's some sort of blessing coming to fulfill my prophecy of my best evolution on this planet. When you really feel like that and you can stay connected and verbalize it, think it, verbalize it. We're on a vibratory situation here. We're on a vibratory level here, and all of that carries eminence. It carries weight. It carries manifestation. It carries crystallization. So do that for yourself. Commune with yourself. Commune with soaR. Stay in touch with God, okay? It's going to make you strong. It's going to make you be able to hold yourself a lot more easily when you're, faced with the everyday environment that is our mundane everyday life. The things that we're charged with to keep our world going. All right. This next card is 2 to 3 days out from this reading, or for us in the United States, it's going to be like Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm kind of saving it up for the proper timing. I'll have a little bit more information on this full moon energy and how we can, utilize it. Not be afraid of it, but utilize what's coming in for us and how we can navigate it with a little more grace. Okay? Surprise! Surprise! Keep an open mind. The influence of grace is often found in unexpected places. Yeah, if you want love, don't put it in a little box. You might miss it. Okay? All of our surprises, all of our gifts, all of our manifestations can easily show up in a different situation, in a different form, in a different fabrication, in a different color bow, okay, with a different color bow. The universe has a sense of humor, but it's not really about that. It's about using our imagination, which is one of our tools, our innate tools, to keep ourselves from being locked in this box that we have contrived through the matrix, okay? We kind of have blinders on to get our daily thing done, right? We kind of expect things to show up. It's part of our, humans like to compartmentalize, and it's settling to feel like you know how things are going to go, but you don't. Okay, you don't. Okay, and if you contrive and try and manipulate your vision into an exact replica, more often than not, it's not going to show up, or you're not going to see it, because even though it's been processed, even though it's been manifested for you, you're missing it because you're not tapped into that innate tool that you have called imagination. You have to remember that your little box of colors is, even though it's vast, it's not, okay, like you got that little box of crayons. And the universe has that big ass box of crayons with all those different colors, okay? So you got to expect, you got to be able to, instead of looking at the primary colors, you got to look at the secondary colors. You got to look at the hues. You got to look at the, what's that other thing? The hues and the, you know what I'm talking about. All of it. The whole spectrum is where your things can manifest. The whole spectrum is where your blessings could be found. Okay? So hopefully you can tap into that childlike imagination kind of thing and get your thinking to be outside of the lines that society and our little deal out here have manufactured for us to make us feel comfortable. Because number one, all it does is stress you out, because most of the time it don't come like that. All right, it ain't gonna show. All right, but besides that, I've already told you, you can't control timing, and you can't control the way something manifests. So you got to keep your eyes peeled. You got to keep your sensibilities open. You got to keep your antenna open. You got to keep your heart open. Keep your mind open. Because your joy could show up in something completely different than you expect. And a lot of times will. All right? So remember, there's a huge, big ass rainbow that we've only got those many colors. Well, soaR has gazillions of colors. All right? And so start kind of keeping your periphery engaged so that you're not in total like this kind of focus, so that you can perceive these beautiful things being sent your way by soaR. Okay, so that's going to be, ooh, surprise, middle of the week, or 2 to 3 days out from here, or 3 to 4 days out from here. Ooh, I can't wait. I'm going to let y'all know what my surprise is, too. I am. Okay, I'm going to cut this deck. And now let's do the end of the week, or 4 to 5 days from now. For us in the United States, it's like Friday, Saturday. Okay. Yeah, I'm having a bit of fun now. You know, I love surprises. Some people don't like them, but yeah. Honor. Honor. Yay! Care for your soul. Honor the divinity within you by practicing extreme self-care. Whatever that is to you. But for me, the most extreme self-care is to learn how to love yourself. Because it just makes everything in life easier. You know. It makes shining your light easier. It makes being your authentic self easier. It makes escaping victimhood a no-brainer. It makes everything easier. So practice extreme self-care. Make sure you take the time that you need. You need solitude. You may not think you do, but you do. It's tough when we're constantly distracted to stay connected with Source unless you're completely okay with who you are. And when you do that, then it's not a big deal. You can be distracted. Somebody else's energy can kind of be thwarty. And you're sailing smooth. That's not a big issue for you. You know, if you really love yourself, and to love yourself, you kind of got to spend time with yourself. You got to dissect those bad behaviors. You know, there's nothing like a life where you constantly do stuff that you regret and you have to constantly apologize to yourself and others. You know, learn to harness your own energy. To do that, you kind of got to get some time alone, and that is extreme self-care. And no, maybe it's not convenient. Maybe it's not easy in your world, but you can make it easy. When you make yourself a priority, when you love yourself enough, guess what Source does? Guess what the universe does? Manifest these things in your world that you can care for, that you will love to care for. That's what it does. Self-loathing creates the stuff in your world that you loathe. Self-care and self-love creates more things in your life that you can love and earnestly care for. And it's all your choice. Okay? All right, so remember, at the end of your week, honor yourself for having gotten through with flying colors this crazy astrological aspect that is our full Scorpio moon eclipse. All right? And don't forget, remember, the universe wants to surprise you. And besides that, you don't know everything, okay? The universe knows, God knows way better than we know when we're equipped to handle a blessing, you know, and how a blessing should show up, you know, so that we are ready to receive, so that we can be benefited from what we're being given, so that we can see it, so that we can feel it, so that we can perceive it, okay? And stay connected. Stay connected throughout everything. Learn to love yourself so that you can stay connected with Source. Because when you're connected with Source, you're strong. You're unwavering. You have peace in your day, even if there's chaos all around you. Okay? All right, so these are beautiful cards, and I'm going to attempt to show you all of them at the same time. Yeah, baby, beautiful. I'm so happy for that. All right, so I don't really have a particular Source message for you tonight. The only thing that I can tell you is that, yeah, I've been doing a lot of, I've been taking in a lot today, so it has kind of whoop me, which is really good because I need it. I'm always putting out, and it was so nice to sit and receive and get information and start working on myself. But that's what I encourage you to do through this full moon. This is the moment. There's no more waiting. There's no more planning. If you were ever going to jump on something, if you were ever going to do something, right now is the time. It's go time. The gunshot has gone off. It's time to go now. Okay? So if you're thinking of starting something up, if you're thinking of doing something big in your world, it's an auspicious time to do that. Normally you would think of that when there's a new moon, but right now is the time. Don't miss this. Clear the decks for yourself. Spend the next couple of days really, really taking hold of those things that you've been kind of telling yourself need to go, and kick them out of there. Okay? We're being supported for that. We're being supported for that. Couldn't be any better. It's exquisite timing. It's masterful. It's artistic. You know, and we've been building up to this for weeks and weeks and weeks on this channel. We've been talking about culling and learning these things and going inside and finding out what's not working, and now's the time to kick it out of there. Be brave. And it might be a little bit difficult, but it'll be easier than you think. You will be wholly supported, and on the other side of this full moon, you will feel energized. You will feel refreshed. You will feel accomplished. And you'll feel like it's been building up and building up and building up, and it finally came true. It finally is gone. You finally cleared some space. You finally defragged. And you're finally what? Ready to receive. That's what we need to be. We need to be ready to receive. So utilize this beautiful energy to let things go. And be honest with yourself. Tell you don't need that stuff anymore. You don't need to hang yourself over past trauma. It's not a badge of courage. It's not a badge of honor. And the few little pats on the back that you get, or the shoulder that you get to cry on for stuff, it's such a short-lived little comfort compared to being able to fill your sails with goodness. Fill your sails with something that's positive and that will manifest and transcend and translate and transmute all of that negativity into something grand and fantastic for your future. Okay? So I guess there was a spirit message. I never know. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourselves. Hold your center. Yeah, it might be a little bumpy, but you got this. You totally got this, okay? All right, and I definitely will come back later, probably tomorrow, and we'll talk about the full moon a little bit more. And I'm going to put a couple of addresses, a couple of links. I don't know why I say addresses, but I'm gonna post a couple of links on this video for you to click onto and enjoy. And it's just some stuff that I came across today, and some stuff that's pertaining to the moon, and also some other cool stuff. And hopefully you can enjoy that as well. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate that so much. Like the video, like the video. That's that stuff, you know, it's that simple. And you know, I see the ratios, and I know that I'm doing well, and I appreciate y'all so much for doing that for me, especially when I'm so new on here, and I'm like the teeniest tiny minnow on this whole YouTube sea. And every like really helps me out. I know it does. And share the video if you think anybody would get anything out of it. Excuse me. And yay! I'm excited for the full moon. Don't be frightened. Don't be frightened. Let's get this work done. And we will definitely bob back up on the other side of it. Better, better, better. Better, better, better. And more prepared to handle all the good stuff that's coming for us. Okay? All right. I will see you soon. Take care.